Beacon Pines is a cute story, and at the same time with so many mysteries, it looks like a tale straight out of the Stranger Things series. And with an impeccable design. The way the game put books and games together was very clever, and this one is definitely a must-play. In Beacon Pines we play both as a reader of this narrative full of choices that directly affect its story, as with Luka, the main character who will go through all the troubles that our choices will cause in the small and mysterious Beacon Pines. Beacon Pines has managed to bring a story rich in detail and terrifying revelations to a game that seemed to be all about cute characters. And it's up to you to choose what end Luka's fate takes. Luka is a young deer who went through tragic moments, lost his father for something he doesn't know for sure, and shortly after his mother went missing. He was then under the supervision of his grandmother, who has a somewhat mysterious behavior and seems to hide large secrets of young Luka. We are in Beacon Pines, a small town that for many years prospered with excellent quality crops due to fertilizer from a renowned Beacon Pines family, until one day something changed. It is not known for sure if the fertilizer stopped working, if the solos of Beacon Pines had changed, or if something bigger was happening. Beacon Pines went through a difficult time that became known as foul harvest. But the city is slowly getting back on its feet and regaining that prosperity it once had. But Luka and his friend Rollo realize that something is wrong and decide to investigate this phenomenon. It's amazing how a story that starts off being about a servant and his best friend can be so loaded with details. It's an engaging story that catches the player in a way that you won't want to put the game down for a few hours. Here is the key point of the game. Throughout the gameplay, players find charms that contain feelings, verbs and goals. These charms are used to dictate the course of the story. At certain times we will need to make decisions, and this is where Beacon Pines differs from all other games. There are several possibilities and each one has a different story. You can, for example, face your best friend's sister calmly or crazy and kick her in the shin. Haha, each choice brings you a different reaction and even a completely different end. The game is told in the style of a fable. The narrator makes certain intonations when telling the story, which in my opinion makes the game even more immersive. In Beacon Pines you don't have many commands because much of the game is the unfolding of the story, so there will be several cutscenes and narrative scenes being told according to your choices. So don't wait for that game where you will explore horrors with the character and have several fight scenes and among others. Think that it is an interactive book that, in addition to dictating the course of the story, we also control the main character throughout the scenes. Oh, and remembering that the dialogue scenes are well elaborated and at times long. For me it wasn't a problem because I totally surrendered to the style of the game, but if you like faster things this might be a hindrance. Beacon Pines is definitely an experience that I recommend to gamers, especially indies lovers and cozy gamers. Since I started playing, not being able to skip a day without picking up the game, it's a very engaging gameplay that makes you want more and more, makes you want to discover what other possibilities you can unlock if you go back in history and use another charm and give that one wanting to find out what goes on in this little town full of secrets. Final score, 9.8. Review written by Sylvie Cortegica and published on the Revolution Arena website, from a key kindly provided by the game's developer.